guys, I'm Brianne Morris. I'm a certified health and wellness coach, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a chicken chili. It's cold today. It is pouring down rain outside, and I have a 16-month-old baby, so we're not going out in the cold. So I decided to make something based on what I had. So what you're going to need for tonight's recipe is going to be some chili powder, some cumin, some bay leaves, some paprika, and some cilantro powders. You can use regular bell peppers. I have sweet peppers, and like I said, I'm not going to the store, so we're going to use sweet peppers. So I've chopped up into really small pieces, probably a half a bag of these. If you get a smaller bag, you may want to use the whole bag. That's completely up to you. I'm going to use some black beans and some kidney beans and some crushed tomatoes. And I'm also going to roast a butternut squash. I like butternut squash with chili. I also like it with spaghetti. Some of you probably think that's weird, but I'm going to tell you like my mama told me, don't knock it till you try it. It's really good, and it's a way to incorporate some extra vegetable into your dinner. You're also going to need a couple cloves of garlic and a whole onion. I already have my garlic and my onion cut up, and I have my chili I have my chicken cooking that I'm going to shred up. I'm going to give you a shot of that. And the last thing you're going to need for tonight's recipe is some chicken broth or bone broth. Now, if you've used the recipe that I posted earlier for a whole chicken, you could use that whole rotisserie chicken in this recipe because, like I said, I'm cooking my chicken ahead of time here. And let me actually turn it off there. So you could use that along with the bone broth that I posted a video about as well. I'm going to use the bone broth out of my freezer instead of chicken broth, but if you don't have that, you can use vegetable broth or bone broth, whichever one you like, and I'm going to meet you at the stove. Okay guys, I've gotten everything ready to stick in there. I've got my last piece of chicken, just finishing up cooking. It was a little bit thicker chicken breast than the other two. These are my chicken breasts that I cooked here. I just put some chili powder and some paprika and a little bit of salt and pepper on them, and I just let them cook in the cast iron skillet. Now I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to my pot here, and I'm going to go ahead and put in, you better sit down in that high chair. Okay, had one trying to escape. So I've got my olive oil in there, and I'm just going to throw in all of these onions along with the garlic and let them start cooking. I'm going to let these cook for probably about 2 minutes. While that's cooking, we're going to put a lid. Oh, that's hot. I'm going to stick the lid on top of here. And we're going to start shredding the chicken. Now, I really like to get my chicken good and shredded. Sorry about all that noise. Just get a nice, cut it into little medallions, and then I'm going to shred it. Just so I can put it evenly throughout my chili. Now, the next thing we're going to do is drain, open and drain all of our beans. Now we're going to drain them and we're going to rinse them thoroughly a couple of times just to remove a lot of the sodium that's on them. You could use, I like to buy organic beans, and I like to buy no salt added or low sodium beans, but I still rinse them even if they're low sodium because I want to get rid of as much sodium as I can. I want to know exactly what I'm getting. That's why I like cooking things from scratch as much as possible, just so you know what you're getting. When things are pre-made, they could have anything in them. You start off with nice, clean vegetables, lean meats, things like that. You know exactly what you're getting. Okay, so I've got my chicken shredded up, and I'm going to check on my other one here and see if it's ready. Like I said, this is a much larger chicken breast. It's not quite ready yet to shred, and we're just going to stir around our onions and our garlic. Okay, guys, I've added a little bit of salt and I've got to add some pepper, and I've also added my sweet peppers. Now, like I said before, you could use bell peppers in here. You could add You could also add some jalapeno peppers, chilies, things like that, depending on how much heat you like in your chili. And I'm just going to stir this around and show you what we have here. Now, I've shredded most of my chicken. I'm going to finish shredding it. I'm going to put the lid on this and let it cook for about 2 minutes. And then we're going to start adding some of the other ingredients. All right, y'all, my garlic, peppers, and onions have reduced down. And now we're going to add, a good deal of bone broth here that I had in the freezer. You can also find that recipe on my website. So I'm just going to pour this in. This is going to give this a great flavor. And another small bag of bone broth. So total, I probably had about 3.5 cups of bone broth. Like I said before, you could also use some other things. Now I'm going to add my crushed tomatoes, the entire can. Along with all of my drained and rinsed beans. Oh, this pot is getting full. Now I'm going to add probably about 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. I really like cumin. I'm going to add just a dash of cilantro. I don't like too much cilantro. And a teaspoon of paprika. And let's just take the top off and add a good deal of this chili powder. And I'm also going to put in a bay leaf. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want, but I'm going to add a bay leaf in there. And then I'm going to add the last ingredient, all this shredded chicken. You can see how I shredded it there. Now, the butternut squash, I'm going to roast it. You can check out that recipe also on my channel instead of me doing it on this video, but it's really good with this. You could also use an acorn squash if you have that. It would be delicious with an acorn squash. Now I'm just going to mix this around, and as soon as it gets done, I'm going to show you how it looks. Alright guys, our chicken chili has been cooking for about 30 minutes, and my little one wanted to see what he's having for dinner. So here's a shot at how it looks. It's bubbling nicely there. I'm going to let it continue to cook. The longer it cooks, the better it's going to taste. And I also want to let you know that I added about 1 tablespoon of tomato paste just to kind of help bind everything together. Yeah. This is acceptable on phases 1 and 2 of my program. My program is available for purchase at www.briamorris.com. I hope your family enjoys this recipe. Have a great evening. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Can you give him a wink? Can you give him a wink? Oh, a kiss will do.